So we're here at the Town Clerk, Jean Survell,
Yes.
and we're going to be interviewing her. And this is actually an old vault with old records, and she just pulled our old seals that we'll look at as we leave. But this is quite the place. History.
Yes.
Yes.
And the outside of the vault.
Yep.
I don't know if it was really, placed here in 1866, but I really think that's cool.
It is cool.
If you notice, the vault covers up one of the exterior windows too.
Yeah.
So that makes me think that this came in later after the building was built, because the building I think was built in 1875. But I love this vault. It's so ornate and gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. Well, the whole town hall is actually gorgeous, and you're going to give us a little walkthrough when we're all done, because it is a gorgeous building. So, what are our questions? And let's meet Jean.
Sure. Okay, we're here at Town Hall with Jean Survell, Town Clerk. Could you give us a history of your employment and what brought you to Pepperell? Do you live here?
Sure.
Were you elected, appointed, salaried?
I originated from Sterling as the assistant town clerk. I was there for 5 years, and this opportunity presented itself. I applied for the position, and I was hired on July 17th, 2017. It is an appointed position. It was elected, I think, the last time in 2014, just before the charter came into effect. I'm not positive on that, but it was just around that time. I have a degree in planning from Framingham State University. I'm a certified municipal clerk, having attended 3 years of education to attain that certification. I'm currently working on my Master Municipal Clerk certification.
And are you alone in the office, or do you have an assistant?
I do have an assistant, Joan Laddick. She is a partial part-time assistant town clerk. She is here 12 hours, Wednesday through Friday. She has been a fabulous asset to this office, assisting me in my daily duties and requirements in this office. And I could not do this job without her.
Okay, and tell us, what are some of your daily duties? What do people come in here for?
Oh, sure. Well, first of all, the town clerk is governed under 73 chapters and 451 sections of Massachusetts general law. So we're a very busy office. Our main functions, our core functions, would be vital records, which would be our birth, our marriage, our burial permits, our death certificates, and then of course elections. I mean, I have a list here because I didn't want to forget anything.
Okay,
to forget to thank anyone. Annual town census, the elections, which is on a local and state and federal format. We certify local and state nomination and petition papers. We have public records management, public records request. We post all agendas and meeting minutes for town boards and committees. Dog and kennel licenses, which are due April 2nd, 2019 by 8 p.m. because I will be here for late night voter registration for the annual town meeting and town election. Ethics training and compliance, swearing in the oath of office. Legal filings such as ZBA decisions, conflict of interest reports. We issue storage tanks, issue doing business as certificates. We issue the annual street listing, and I'm a notary public. The assistant town clerk is a notary. I'm a justice of the peace. My assistant and I are both commissioners to qualify, and I serve on the board of registrars.
Now, the town election and the town meeting are coming up next month. Could you tell us your role in each of those?
The town election, I oversee it with the assistant of the 3 wardens. We have one polling location, which is the Varnum Brook Elementary School, the 3 wardens, and then with the assistance of the school, the police, the DPW, who help us transport all of the equipment down there, the ballots and so forth and so on. And of course, all of our fabulous election workers, and anyone who's interested in being an election worker, I am going to have a table set up if you'd like to sign up. I would love to train you. And you do get paid. A nominal fee, but you get paid.
Okay. Now, have you heard anything about candidates' night?
I have not heard anything. I have made some inquiries, and as soon as I do, hopefully it'll go up on the website.
Would you be involved in a candidates' night?
No, I would not.
Town officials stay out of it?
Any election official cannot influence the voter in any way, positive or negative. When I'm here, I have no political opinion in any format, any platform, local, state, or federal.
Okay. And could you describe the difference between the Freedom of Information Act and you're the holder of public records?
Yes.
And where people go to get?
Sure. Freedom of Information Act is for custodians of federal records, and I'm not a custodian of federal records. I am a custodian of the public records here within the town of Pepperell. And so if you need to, you can make a request for a public records request on anything that I possess or the town possesses. But it does need to come through me, except for a few circumstances such as the school or the police, you would go to them directly.
Okay. Now, if I came to the town hall looking for a copy of my birth certificate,
Mm-hmm.
would I need any, could I just come in and get it?
The majority of birth certificates are public records. There are a few that are impounded, and those are for unmarried couples who conceived and gave birth to a child. So those would have to be impounded, and I would need a driver's license or some type of picture ID, and your name would need to be on the birth certificate before I could give you a copy.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
state is thinking of changing that, but they haven't yet.
All right. And your appointment is for how long? What's the duration of your
I have
appointment?
a 3-year appointment,
Okay.
so until July 2021, I believe.
And then will you be looking to keep this job?
I certainly would love to be
Oh, good.
reappointed, yes.
Good, okay, good. Could you think of anything you want to ask?
I can just say that this is a busy office, and
Yeah.
looking around, let me just do a 360. It's a busy office, and you're busy.
What's
And
the
you-
percentage, sorry, of online payment versus people coming in person?
Oh, unfortunately, I don't have that.
No, but many
What-
people
what-
still come in.
Yeah, a lot of people still come in. A lot of them mail them in with their census, like dog licenses and such, yeah. Where a lot of absentee ballots or applications are just starting to come in for the annual town election. Yeah, and that is something I would love to say, because unfortunately, a lot of people didn't understand the Massachusetts general law. You are required annually to fill out an application to request an absentee ballot for all the elections of that calendar year. It is not an automatic that once you file it, you receive it repeatedly. So it's an annual requirement to request an absentee ballot.
Well, that's good to know. That's
And
good
can people still
information.
register to vote for the upcoming election?
Yes, they have until April 2nd, 2019 at 8 p.m. here in the town clerk's office to register to vote for the annual town election and the town meeting.
Okay.
It's always 20 days before the election.
Okay. And if we wanted to vote absentee, we could come to the town hall before
Yes,
up to what
absolutely.
time? Or date?
Up until the Friday before the election at noon.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't know that date off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
that's good.
It's excellent. I do just have one more question,
Sure.
because it's been tossed around about working from home or remotely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this the type of job that would work for you?
No.
Okay.
No, because the records are here.
Yep.
Anyone who requires records, documents, I need to
Mhm.
physically be able to
Okay.
see them, touch them, copy them, scan them. So
Mhm.
yeah, that isn't an option. And
That's
to
good.
process vital records, to process voter registrations through the Registry of Motor Vehicles, those are state databases, and they're hardwired here to the
Okay.
state. So you have to be in here to actually do that, to process them.
You mentioned the census. Does the town do a census every year?
Yeah, it's required under Massachusetts general law. It's quoted on the census, but yeah, it is a requirement, because from that, I produce a street list that goes out every June. The town income cherry sheet, the money that they receive from the state is based on population. The drawing of the lines for districts, for political districts, for voting is also drawn on population. Yeah,
That's
so
good.
it's very important. And,
Yeah.
and of course, the 2020 census, federal census, kickoff is in Framingham with the state, I think next week. So
Okay. You have to
can
fill out
expect,
both.
yes, you can expect something from the federal census
Mhm.
shortly.
Now, do you need volunteers if you don't get all? I remember people like going door to door. Is that
Oh, yeah,
kind?
that would,
Yep.
yeah, you'd have to do that through the
Yep.
federal government if you'd like to apply for that. I do have some information here if anyone's interested in becoming a census taker.
Yeah, we'll take that information
Okay.
with us. Yeah, and we'll get it out for you, because yeah, that would be
That's
helpful, I would
interesting,
think. Yeah.
Okay.
Can we do a little tour of
Oh,
the
sure.
gorgeous building and
Absolutely.
the seals? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, show us the
So,
seals.
I'm just gonna follow you.
yep, the lovely town clerk's office. These are our seals, and I just think they're fabulous. The first one just says seal on it, S-E-A-L, and then the next one says the town of Pepperell, and I think it may even have Colonel Pepperell's, picture and portrait on it. And then this is the current one that we use, but it is so heavy that I don't move it and I leave it here. And then we have another one here that looks more like a notary seal, but it does say Town of Pepperell in it, and I just think they're beautiful and such a wonderful part of history
Yeah.
of the town. Oh, and if anyone, I know I have a cane here, and it made me think, way back, I think in like 1910, there was a promotion done by a bank in Boston to send every city and town a cane for the oldest resident. I can't remember the name of the company.
Uh-huh.
But somewhere in this town, I believe, there could be a cane from 1910 that says the town of Pepperell issued to the oldest resident of the town. If anyone has it, I would love it if you would return it to the town for safekeeping.
Oh, that's good to know. That's,
Nice,
It may be gone. It could be sold at auction somewhere in Maine for all I know. But if anyone has it, that'd be awesome. So this is our outer office, and this is Victor, our other vault.
jeez.
And these are our older
Oh,
indexes
yeah.
for marriages and births and deaths.
How old they are.
And then, of course, I keep my dog tags in here.
I love
And I actually keep the dog tags from every year. Someone started that, so I continue it. And if the kids come in and see me in June, I let them pick the color and the style for next year, because if I buy it now, it's a little bit cheaper in June than if I wait till the fall.
Yeah.
And if I'm not here, this is the census box. And come around. This is the moderator's box. I don't know if it actually is from 1875, but it's the moderator's box and gavel for town meeting.
Nice.
And then this is the main hall
Yeah, it's,
of town hall.
I just think it's gorgeous. Very nice. So this is Jean, and this is who you meet when you walk through the door. She's right to your right, and she can direct you anywhere at Town Hall.
Please
And
come
we
in and
thank
visit
you,
me.
Jean. Yes, thank you
Thank you
very
for your
much.
time.
Thank you, I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks
Nice
so
to
much.
meet you, thank you.